Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number one. These are like much smaller than I remember. I'm hyper professional. There we go. But welcome to game number one between Free Ferrets and Necro ProbUs. Free Ferrets is very, very important. We wanted to make absolutely sure we said that. I said 4 ferrets the last time I cast them, and they got angry. Not really angry, they're very, very nice people, but still, I want to make sure to get them right. I want to make sure to get their name correct. We are going to Garden of Terror, as you may have just been able to overhear. We did have Dragonshire and Towers of Doom banned out by the ferrets. Necro ProbUs is getting rid of Braxis Holdout because they hate fun, and also Infernal Shrines because they hate boringness. So let's go ahead and get into Garden of Terror, and let's see what we can see. Here we are. Here we go. Everybody, Kokomo. So we do go ahead and have the Ferrets did go ahead and win the map or win the coin toss. They did take map pick, maybe. Would it be a co-caster? My cat is very, very, very confused because there's goop on my face. Usually I just use filters for everything, but today I'm not. Today I actually look like this. Junkrat the rubbish rodent is going to take it out because we are in a garden and garden has a lot of compost in it, so we do not want a rubbish rodent anywhere. That would be like Junkrat's wet dream. Junkrat will be so happy to run around this compost heap, but no, not allowed. We put up a raccoon fence, keep that very, very well out. Do go ahead and have Lunara. Man, this is just like, get rid of all the nature heroes. Lunara, get out of here. No deers in the garden, no raccoons in the garden. Not allowed. What will we actually have? I do like that both teams are actually looking at, they're more interested in trying to deny their opponents engages. They're more interested in trying to make sure that everything, Like, we don't need to necessarily worry about being able to kill you. You can have your best healer, you can have your best tank. You know what? Actually, after that, they say, you know, but Blaze is terrifying. Blaze's hitbox on his charge is stupid. He can go in and hit the entire team, even though we're not really all that near each other. It's ridiculous. So yeah, a good Blaze player is the captain, master and commander of no fun in this particular engagement, so we don't want any. We don't want any, and you can't make us take it. More correctly, we can't let you take it. And there is the Johanna. So right after I got through this whole little spiel about how they aren't concerned about the tanks, they ban out Blaze and Johanna, which are both considered tanks, although really Blaze is more often in the off lane. Let's be honest, let's be realistic. What are we gonna have? Free Ferrets, if any of you don't know, is a combination of FK Hong Kong and Business of Ferrets. I had to stop and think about their name for just a second. You're gonna have Tiny No Tai coming out with Stukov. No attention paid to the healers the entire draft, but healers still very, very important. Stukov is... Now, here's the problem when you first pick Stukov. Stukov does not have a cleanse. He's one of the only healers that has no option for a cleanse. So if you can get a lot of stuns in your comp, that is very, very good. And they are starting with both Brightwing's Polymorph and the, like, eager seeking tongue of 8-bit. Well, up to Haka, who's being played by 8-bit. I'm not saying anything about 8-bit's tongue. I don't know. That is well outside of my area of expertise. Not a thing I'm going to be talking about to any degree. So what do we have to pick it up here? We're just going to have the Leoric coming out of OGGO. Or just Geo. When did he change his name to just Geo in game? I swear it was OGGO at one point. And then Vince Noir does come out with the Mistress of Frost, the Savior of Slows. I don't actually have like big names, but so I do like this so far. They've also got a nice combination. They've got a StarCraft healer, a Diablo off tank, and a damage Warcraft hero. So they just get an Overwatch hero. Then they can have the quadrant. I've never actually seen a team make the whole gambit with a Nexus hero to finish it off. But you know what? There's always an opportunity. Keep an eye out for that. So we do have Varian being banned out. They do see their opponents don't have a tank either. But no, they say the Sylvanas is more scary. Sylvanas just really helps a Garden of Terror push. We definitely don't want to see that coming in. Go ahead and keep the Banshee wailing somewhere else. Keep out of our compost heap. I'm surprised you're not in the game, Desna, to be completely honest. Whenever I saw Necro ProbUs, I just immediately thought of you. John Bunyan comes in with the Tychus. Interesting pick, because I guess it's actually not so much a pick to like punish the enemy team, but more because they're picking Diablo at the same time with DeWitt coming out. Because Tychus does do very well into Diablo. Much more limited hero into the likes of Leoric. Leoric can just spooky walk right on out of there and say, I don't care about you. But I will say the half damage from Leoric does not affect minigun. So that's always something to keep in mind.
Let's fly.
Interesting Pistol Chai goes for Mei, which is a hero. Though granted, Mei does have blinds, which can do a lot in order to make Tychus less effective. And they do get Tuna Breath. So they do get the Quadrant. They get one hero from all 4 of the realms. They don't quite get that Pentaset? Pentet? Is that the name of it? Pentet? You have Asmodean coming in at the last. Most likely we're going to have Diablo, Tychus, and Brightwing in the middle, with Dahak and Asmodean being the offlaners. I'm guessing that means that Dahak will be going into Leoric, and Asmodean will have to try and deal with this Falstad. That's something I think to look forward to. But let's get into the game right now. I will get the Gamba up so you guys can put your money where your mouth is. Stay right there. Alright, coming into game number 1, we do go ahead and have zoning in on the blue side of the battlefield. Coming in onto this Garden of Terror. We're going to have Tiny No Tai playing the Stugov. Special Chai going to be on the Mei, on the, like gassy cloud. I don't know what one that is, but it looks kind of sus. Geo is going to be on the Lyric. Tuna Breath is going to be playing the Fall Statty. And then Vince Noir playing Jaina. They are your blue team. They are on the blue side of the battlefield. They are the Federation of Ferocity. They are free ferrets. Meanwhile, representing the orange side, we do go ahead and have John Bunyan. 6 feet tall, axe handles high, coming out on the Tychus. We're going to have LED or LED coming out on the Brightwing, DeWitt on the Diablo, Muffin 6, the Muffin Man on the Asmodean. And we do go ahead and have 8-Bit coming on Daheka, the Dahaka, the Master of Evolution. They are your orange team. They are on the right. They are the Principality of Punishment. They are Necro ProbUs, or ProbUs. I get confused, the B isn't capitalized. So I kind of want to say Necro ProbUs. Okay, they are actually splitting so that Fall's Head goes into Dahaka. That puts Geo up into John Bunyan. That's a terrible matchup. John Bunyan should absolutely shred this. Yeah, Geo's just trying to stay out of sight, and I do not blame Geo one bit. Because that's the thing, Geo just does not do damage quite fast enough. We do go ahead and have John Bunyan going down here. They're going to go ahead and pick up their camp right about quick. Let's go ahead and look at level 1 talent as we can. We do go ahead and have Gluttony coming out of the Asmodean to go right over the Annihilation. Fingers of Frost for the Jaina. And then Gathering Storm already up to 13 stacks. Hello? Tuna Breath, you beast. How? That's actually really impressive and really frightening. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Vince Noir goes in. It's very, very low on mana. Gonna go ahead. I do love Jaina's outfit, let me just say. The little, like, China dress. I'm actually wearing a dress today, and if I have to wear a dress, I love the Chinese dress. Makes me super plus happy.
Heroes, you're just in time for the seeds of my vengeance to sprout.
I love how I was like, oh, this is a really, really rough matchup for Geo, and they immediately abandon it and have to have Tychus just, like, go elsewhere. Tychus and Falstad just going around doing a thing, saying we're going to collect everything. No invades happening, but everyone getting all of their camps. Although it looks like we may have 8-Bit. 8-Bit in a bit of trouble trying to get out of here. There is a lot of damage coming through. Led goes ahead and moves in, is getting slowed down by Jaina, but will go ahead and get out of there just fine. 8-Bit going into the bushes. Here's the thing, I don't know that okay, I was gonna say, I don't know that 8-Bit knows that they know where they are, but obviously the Stukov was right here and saw 8-Bit come out of that bush, so was very aware of that they were in there. Seed is up, no one moving towards it just yet. Well, okay, there are people moving towards it, but no one moving into it. There's Muffet taking a lot of damage, but Stamar does get polymorphed. A lot of damage coming in here. Is Jaina in trouble? Do we have an orb? Orb goes in, but no, with 72 health, Stamar will get out of here. A-okay. Double stun coming down, goes in and catches the Tychus. Once again, Vincewar has to go back to the Hall of Storms. And John Bunyan going to move in here. There's nice. Oh, but John Bunyan actually moved out of the way. Did not realize that DeWitt was in position in order to go in and slam Geo into a wall. LED having a lot of trouble. Here comes Tunabruff flying in, coming in from the background. Would you go in and have a lot of damage going to 8-Bit? 8-Bit is not going to get anywhere. Silence comes down. The big old butt puddle goes ahead and says, "You're not going anywhere, my friend." John Bunyan going ahead and delaying this. DeWitt in the area. He's going to be able to delay, but for how long? A lot of damage. We do have LED coming back in. And here's the thing, when Dahaka respawns, can go ahead and burrow straight into here, I'm pretty sure. I bet that's up. It's up, but he's walking. Okay. That's not in the script. Read the script, Dahaka. There's a second kill coming out for free Ferrets. Going ahead and celebrating their liberation by killing themselves a fairy dragon. It's kind of like the 4th of July, only, with more murder. Which is saying a lot, because there's a lot of murder on the 4th of July. Cat, I really do need to see. I like how much they're delaying this. They're just like, nope. We only have to interrupt. We don't have to actually fight you. So you just wait. There is currently just barely a level advantage on the side of the Necro ProbUs. Although they do have a long line of guys up here. It does look like Tunabruff is like, okay, you know what? We might not get this. Let's go ahead and start pushing in. But 8-Bit is already up here, and 8-Bit did not use their burrow. So 8-Bit can go back and re-engage on the fight at any point. LED going ahead and try and pick this up. DeWitt is going to step in, and then step back, then step in, and then step back. It's like the do-si-do of Desolation. Nice. Hit onto that. Jaina kind of, I guess not that impressive as a point-and-click ability, now that I think about it. Alright, after a long fight, the team that is down 0 kills to 2 does end up getting the first seed. We just have Doc go ahead and stop this. Not too much damage done to the top wall. Are any of the walls actually damaged? Not on the orange side. In terms of the blue, well, a little bit, but nothing actually down anywhere in this game so far. You go ahead and have everything. Cecil Chai moves through, gets a lot of damage being done to this right quick. There is Geo. Geo goes ahead and gets a swipey swipes. Whoop. Those were all words, by the way, in case you didn't know.
A seed has been planted. It will sprout before you know it.
There goes the Stukov. Stukov got absolutely ground pounded with a lot of stuns. That is 1 to kill to 2. Now 2 kills all. And this, of course, these kills are now as opposed to in the past. So this is a definite advantage on the side of Necro ProbUs. Special Chai goes ahead and Ice Clock. Tries to go ahead and stay up, but no, May will be going down. Nice invade and pick up on the side of Necro ProbUs.
It is time. Do what must be done.
And they are not here to show mercy, but DeWitt just gets cannonballed. Nice job by Geo. Goes ahead and catches them inside that entomb and says, "You're not going anywhere. I might not be able to kill you, but here my good friend Cannonball can." But meanwhile, there's a big push. We have LED and John Bunyan walking through the outside. Every so time I see John Bunyan's name, I start thinking of the Paul Bunyan song. With 6 feet 2x and goes high, with his head on the ground and his feet in the sky, hey Paul. I see the other way of feeling got a head in the sky, but I always remember it the wrong way. It's a problem. We have level 10s out for all sides. We have Apocalypse, Blink Heal, Commandeer Ode, Isolation, and Tide of Sin all coming out. We have Entomb, Avalanche, Splendid Swipe, Summon Water Elemental, and Mighty Gust. Geo comes up. We'll go ahead and get this. Diablo DeWitt is in the area. We do have Asmo nearby to throw a big ol' meatball right into the middle of it. Not a regular meatball, different, but no, doesn't even try and interrupt. Just says, okay, you guys can have this. I don't know if you heard that. My cat was very, very upset they didn't try and contest. A lot of damage on the Geo, but Geo will go in and spooky walk right on others. Says, you can't kill me. I'm already dead. A lot of damage comes to DeWitt and John Bunyan. Nice flip. A big old stun coming down onto the Brightwing. Brightwing taking a huge bit of damage. That's actually a bit too hard. I thought that was a Brightwing. Brightwing's with the other team. Good job, me. Special try. There is a big old avalanche. Tyga's getting put into danger. Here comes the actual Brightwing coming in to save John Bunyan. And goodbye, Special Chai. That is a double kill on the side of Necro ProbUs, bringing them up to 6 kills to 3. And they're going to go ahead and start riding forward, bringing in this mercenary camp and saying, we're going to go ahead and knock down our first structure. Okay, our first real structure. Going to reduce this little 6 up here down to 5. Fort goes down. We do go down tiny no time, moving down into the area. They do get a kill onto the Falstad down here. So momentary advantage, Falstad down. This may be, go ahead, the second seed for the side of Necro ProbUs. A lot of damage coming through. 8-bit goes ahead and gets this taken care of. We do go ahead and have John Bunyan shooting away all of the enemies as we go ahead and have the Fairy Dragon try and pick this up. And there is the second seed for our orange. Oh, nice preemptive. Kind of saw that DeWitt was coming in, so went ahead and put a stun circle right behind them. Tuna Breath may have thought a little bit too much. You thought, Tuna Breath? Here comes Geo comes in. DeWitt is in the pro. There's no antidote to pull them out of danger. There's a silence coming down. There is getting them off the silence. Falstad, you traitor! There's a snowball cannon. Does actually catch the Brightwing. Really did that for the stun. A lot of damage. Is Led going to get away? The answer is yes. Led does escape. But what about Muffin? The Muffin Man going to be the Muffin Popsicle as Asmodan gets frozen. Not able to quite get out of there. And that is a twofer for the side of Free Ferrets. However, they are down 2 levels right now. They're down a talent here. This is a dangerous fight to keep up. But at the same time, they do have the advantage with no Asmodan on the enemy team for the next 30 seconds. DeWitt comes in. Now, here's the thing. DeWitt did go down and did have to consume their souls. Well, no, never mind. They came back very, very quickly, but they do have 45 souls. May goes down. DeWitt not being very, very healthy. There is that going down. DeWitt does go ahead and get entombed. Charges right out of the entomb, but will be going down. It is 1 for 1. However, as I say that, Falstad goes down, so it's no longer 1 for 1. Falstad going down does get the advantage to Necro ProbUs, but this is going to be their 3rd seed of the game. This is going to summon the Garden Terrors. Commandeer Odin in order to charge this channel? Absolutely what you want a 2-ton mech of destruction be used for. Garden Terrors do spawn very, very, very aggressively here. Geo going to go in and try and get that taken care of. Oh, surprising. Geo actually going for Unyielding Despair. So really, most likely going to go for the Drain Hope one at 20. I do like Drain Hope build. I don't see it very often.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
It's one of those builds where you're like, okay, I'm going to get level 20 and then be unstoppable, because it is very, very, very powerful whenever you've got it going on multiple opponents.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
All 3 forts do go down against the assault of Necro ProbUs. Top tower is taken care of, as is the mid. Bottom tower walking up right about now. But there is Special Chai going ahead and charging in. Being charged in on, I should say, by DeWitt. Muffin may be in trouble here. Does what they do give up on the Muffin Man? For a split second, I thought this was Jaina standing there. I'm like, how did Jaina get there? Although I guess she has a green dress on, not a blue dress. Bunch of damage come through from Vince Noir and Tiny Natai. Go ahead and get this knocked down very, very, very effectively. And there goes that. Now here is the potential invade. There's a flip going in. A lot of damage. Special Chai is thankfully the tank. Is able to heal themselves. And that nice big stun spell. Oh, 8-bit right in the middle of the entire enemy team. This may be a bad place to be at Dahaka. No, we'll be okay. They don't want to pursue too deeply into that. There's the flip and a lot of damage going into Gio. For some reason, I want to make Gio and Gigi at the same time, and that is not a word. Can't say that.
My.
To go and have Necro ProbUs to get 2 kills, going in on just knocking on the door of level 20, trying to get it. With this, there we do go and have the sieging of Odin coming down. Going to go in and start smashing into this fort. Might as well call this Fort Becky because it's getting smashed. That is a throwback to a really old meme. If you know what you're talking about, then congratulations. What is that, 7 years ago? Something like that. Oh no, Gio's just sitting in the middle of nuclear fallout being like, I'm a ghost, I don't care.
Fight over it.
Level 20 is picked up on the side of Necro ProbUs. We do go and have Hellgate, Invisible Friends, Big Red Button, Contagion, and Asmo Does Not Know. Tiny Natai moving to the top. Special Chai moving around to flank 8-bit. Going to see if they can get anything done here. 8-bit does kind of sense danger and starts to move back. Should get out there no problem. Now, seeing 3 people up top, I like this call. We're going to have Necro ProbUs say, okay, you guys are all at the top of the map, so we can go ahead and start moving in down to below. We're going to go ahead and just absolutely slam into this. There is a hearth back to trying, but there's no way this keep stays up. Asmo Muffin was just like, I don't even need to aim at the fort. It's gone. Let's go and aim at the rest of them. Up to 370 stacks of Annihilation. Nearly a prime Annihilator. Seed is coming up. This is not seed point for either team. But again, I like how aggressive these teams are, as I don't quite keep up. Nice job. Tutor Buff goes ahead and just says, get away from me. I don't know you. Yeah, I just wanted to go in for a hug. Man, the muffin meteor's coming through right now. Oh, Tuna Breath, yes, tons of damage just to get taken out. They went down here to try and push in, get a little bit of thing back. And I totally understand why they're like, we need this, we need to get, because they're not really even getting passive experience that much. You get those from destroying buildings, and you get like gradual experience, but they're not even getting that at this point. A lot of damage coming out. We do have Vince Noir. Bunch of damage. As been trying to get this down. Does go ahead and knock that laser off. There's Tiny Natai. Goes ahead and knocks everyone back. Waiting for False Head to come back. They are on the verge of level 20. At level 20, they can start fighting back a little bit better. There's stuns coming down onto the Tigers. Goes ahead and drives them back. Level 20 is unlocked on the side of Free Ferrets. They do get buried alive. I was not expecting that. I was expecting the Train Hope one. Cascade, Controlled Chaos, Winter Mute, and Wind Tunnel. Here comes the wind tunnel. Says everyone get into our tower range. A lot of damage. We can't just no escape for the Diablo. 8-bit right in there, trying to go after Tiny No Tie. But here's a big fight. Oh, great Barrier Life. Barrier Life catches 2 people. We do somehow LED manage to get out of there. Is able to blink someone else. Obviously, was not quite in the silence, or the silence went down. They managed to blink to safety. But still, that is a 2-kill advantage, because even though Diablo is back, Diablo did go down. That is doing a lot to get them back into this game. Because Diablo cannot re-engage for a little bit. Is down to 25 souls, and does not have enough health to really be able to run into this. Stukov doing a great job. Going to go ahead and get all of the team back up to full health.
Before your enemy does.
Wait. Geo?
Blue team's core is under siege.
Geo has done 35k damage? Wow. That's a lot. Geo, you beast? All right, we are right now. There's a lot of pressure coming in. There's a lot of mercenary camps being pushed forward. Right now, we do have a situation where it's difficult to leave home if you are free ferrets, but they might be out. Now, here's the problem. Even if they get this, it's going to be hard. They're going to spend a lot of time pushing back down the lanes. But you know what? This is the start of what could be a comeback. Nice pressure coming in. We do have DeWitt standing right here, waiting to be able to move into this. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Big ol' bush party happening over on the side. And if they get this may be curtains. Necro ProbUs, because all 3 lanes are basically just knocking at the core. Core are already down to 56%, and here they come. Whenever the thing goes past the keep, a lot of damage. The health is just getting shredded. They do go in and get one of them down, but there's 2 more walking up right now. It's a problem. Core's down 12%. There's no way, and we do have game number 1 going in favor of the Necro ProbUs. Very, very close game. Very, very fun game. Gonna have to see what happens in the next one. And don't go anywhere. Yes, I know, co-caster. I know. He says, I just want to headbutt you. I don't want to be picked up. How dare? So, looking at stats, as we saw, 37,000 damage coming out of Geo. Not one of the top 3, but the top on their team. Great play. Great positioning. Did a lot to secure a bunch of this. We do have John Bunyan coming out with 55,500 and Boo 88. Couldn't you have done, what is it, 33 less damage? Down to 55. Do have 48,000 coming out from Asmodan and 47,000 from the Diablo. DeWitt. Do go have in terms of healing 87,000 coming from LED, and we do get the Muffin coming out with 25,000 experience. So compared to Tahaka's 19 talents, we got them. Copy them down, use them, just don't abuse them. Looking at my offlane, because this is the one I can talk intelligently about, we do have OC and Renewal. Paralyze Rage, slow them down. Then a lot of Drain Hope talents. Keep them all in close, and then just like suck the life out of them. That's interesting. I had never said the duration of it. Oh, the duration of Entomb. I thought that it said the cooldown of Entomb, and I was like, wait, what? Oh, instead of 60 seconds, it's 59. Ooh! But I just can't read. That's what we learned here. However, I will get into game number 2. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back.
Spider Queen.
Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here once again. But now we're on Tomb of the Spider Queen, one of the most aggressive maps in the map pool. To Wicked's Diablo is terrifying on this map because there's so many walls, there's not a lot to move around and a lot of narrow corridors. So definitely a map for the demon to stomp around. We still have the rubbish rodent continue to be removed. I don't have any witty reason for why I can't call this the combos heap like I did the last time. We do continue, so same band so far, though I think Johanna was their second band. I think their first band last time was... It was some DPS. It was Lunara, then it was Blaze, and then it was Johanna. And then I hiccuped at all of y'all. I'm really good at play-by-play. I can even play-by-play by cast. I can play-by-play my play-by-play. So still Blaze coming out of Free Ferrets, not wanting to change up their band structure. They said, okay, we got outdrafted here, but we like taking away what we took away. This is a us problem, not a their heroes problem. So yep, we do have these same bands all the way across. And I'll tell you, saying Stukov was not the problem. I'm all in on Stuk. But 8-Bit says Geo is too good on Leoric. Let's get their primary damage dealer out of there. I also really like that freaking that axe mace thing he's got going. Oh my god, it looks amazing. Super happy about that. LED is going to stay on the Brightwing. So healer's not moving. Healer's not flinching between the matches.
I'm here to help.
Alright, we do have... Oh, interesting. Sorry, I got slightly distracted. The thing came up in chat. Or not chat, but Discord. Garrosh is coming out, so Garrosh is going to be very, very... Not super effective. Actually, not super effective because either Leoric or Brightwing, they both have escapes. And then Vince Dewar going to be on the Jaina. I might have held off of the Garrosh a bit more because, they can easily just make sure that they don't have anyone that is Garroshable. Tychus once again comes out. That may mean that we are looking at a Diablo again. So last time they banned out Varian here, and their opponents took out... I want to say Sylvanas. I think Sylvanas was the ban. We see that again. They have not picked up a DPS just yet. Yep. Same bans all the way across, except for the fact that Varian was swapped out for Tychus. Alright, we do go ahead and have Muradin is going to be the one, and then Mephisto? Well, John Bunny's really good at Mephisto, don't get me wrong, but I usually see Mephisto as the counter for a heavy front line, and so far we do not have that. Though that could be a way to discourage a heavy front line. Sometimes you do that, you actually draft something in order to say, do not do this. Because Vince Noir could easily be a hyper carry behind a big beefy front line, but the Lightning Nova overlap hitting multiple heroes is a big thing. There's the Nazibro, and then they will take the Variant. Okay, so we do have actually most likely off-lane Variant. I'm surprised not to see the Thrall here. I know Geo loves him some Thrall, but we will go ahead and have the Nazebo coming out as the second DPS. Very late game comp. Very... Okay, Nazebo's going to power up and run over you. I do worry, will they have enough damage if Garrosh gets a throw early game?
By fire be purged.
I don't know that I believe in the Ragnaros, I gotta tell ya. Oh, thank you, Sil. So with that being said, we will go and get into the game. I will get the prediction up, and I will see you guys in just one moment. And what do you mean my hair? You mean the recipe doesn't look good? What the heck, Cell? I'm kidding. So, coming in here on game number 1 onto Tomb of the Spider-Wind, coming in from the blue side of the battlefield, we do have Geo playing the Varian, the not a real boy just yet. We have Vince Dewar on the Jaina, the Mistress of Frost, Tiny Notai on Stukov, the Butt Puddler. We do go ahead and have a Special Chai on the Garage. With, I love the chair, I love the Nexomania skin here, and Tuna Breath is going to be the Nazebo, the Spider Boy. We do go ahead and have, they are your blue team. They are the Federation of Ferocity. I know it's the same I used last time, but both of their things start with an F.
4, 3,
they are free ferrets. Meanwhile, on the orange side of the battlefield, we do have Muffin, the Muffin Man playing the Lord of Fire himself, Ragnaros. We do go ahead and have 8-Bit coming out on Leoric, the Undead King. We do go ahead and have DeWitt onto the Murden. For some reason, I could not figure out who that was. The King of Stormwind. Actually, is Murden? I think that's someone else. The dwarf. There we go. LED is going to be on Brightwing, the fairy dragon. What did I not say? Mephisto is going to be played by John Bunyan. Is that the Prince of Lies? I forget what Mephisto is. I know he's one of the Demon Lords. Geo coaching the other team. So looking on level 1 talents, let's go zoom out slightly. We do go ahead and have a High King's Quest about the variant. Are we going to have a Windblades variant? Into a Garage? That would be a little bit dicey. I bet we actually will go ahead and see the Scream talent. We go ahead and have the Spider build, as I called. And we do go ahead and get Fingers of Frost. On the other side, no questing talents at level 1 other than Murden's like baseline, which does not count. With that being said, we do have DeWitt moving up here. Murden might be flanked a little bit. Special Try looking to run in here, but is not mounting for some reason. Strange call to be sure. Varian moving back. Again, Varian is not a real boy yet, so definitely will get bullied out by Leoric. Here's Muffin sneaking through the backline. Going to say, you know what? I like these CGIs. These CGIs are great, but do they come in orange? Can I get them in orange? Yeah, we saw Muffin thinking about going up there in order to help with that. We do have a kill onto Garrosh to start us off. Free Ferret's a little bit down. Level 4. Yes, it looks like we have Colossus Smash! We definitely have to keep an eye on Varian. Well, that was not the eye we wanted to keep in here. Big old meatball coming from the heavens in order to finish off that kill. Oh, it's a shame they don't have Diablo in here. I've seen a really good Diablo trick. You have to be frame perfect for it, but you can actually flip Mephisto as Mephisto teleports back, and it will actually like teleport Mephisto back into your hand because the animation isn't complete yet. All right, 8-Bit goes ahead and gets away. A little bit of damage up here. Special Try not looking too healthy. Vince Noir goes in and tries to move everyone back out. Says, don't get too close to me. Oh, Tuna Breath, why are you on the sad cloud? You get to compete in Years the Storm to go to Miami? This is amazing.
is yours.
There's Muffin moving forward, the Muffin Man. Gonna go ahead and get this taken care of. Here come the Web Weavers. Less impactful than the Garden of Terrors. Though I have to say, these maps are a little similar in that you have to go and you have to turn stuff in. Or not turn stuff in, but you have to, like, get objectives, get 3 guys pushing down the lanes. A lot of attention being paid up to this top lane. This is the boss lane. It is often considered the win lane. There is a big old butt puddle coming down. I will always call it the butt puddle. Oh, nice stone on the Jaina. Jaina may be out of luck. Beautiful silence, though. Beautiful silence. Totally no try. Absolutely saved Vince's life. The garage went forward, was going for a throw, but could not throw because of the silence. Fantastic job by Tiny No Tie. Definitely want to throw that out. And we have, Varian! It's Varian! Yeah, this guy almost made it to the keep. That's a lot of damage on the first wave. Middle and top lane are looking strong, but bottom, kinda not so much. Did moving forward. They're gonna go and try and pick up. Here's the thing, did Raiders ever actually get this? Oh yeah, they did, because I remember the Varian. No, I'm not positive. I almost was like, yeah, I remember this last game that there were giants bringing down the wall. I'm like, that was last game. What am I doing? We have Murden down here, going ahead and doing a thing. Murden has finished up the Stormbolt quest. None of the 3 things done for Varian yet. Bit kind of like stuck in a hole. This one spooky walk on out of there. There are spiders just biting everything. Spider quest is done, by the way. Spirit of Arachner, such a cool ability. I wonder what that's named for. Oh, Varian flew too close to the sun. Was in there, was trying. That's the problem. Really trying to get these kills, but just not always aware of where the rest of the enemy team is. Geo saying, hey, this is the solo lane. Why are there so many of you here down here? What the heck? But I say my phrasing is better, because I'm just like, excuse me, this is the solo lane. So we're at 6 kills to 0 for Necro ProbUs. Here comes another wave of spiders coming out. Gonna go ahead and go across this middle of the top lane. They want to go ahead and try and knock top down so they can get... Although actually it does look like most of their attention is mid, surprisingly enough. I usually see top a lot more attention paid. Hello, Slickrum. Glad to see ya. Here come the spiders. To be really pretty. Alright, man, I've got to say, I slept on this Ragnaros. I was not, like, really respectful of the Ragnaros pick, but I was incorrect. Looking so far. Yeah, Ragnaros has done over 11k damage. Not quite as much as Mephisto, but still super respectable. Alright, quite a bit of damage coming through. We have an 8th kill coming out on the side of Necro ProbUs. They are moving in, running around, trying to get everything they've done. Have I zoomed in at some point? I did. I don't know when that happened, but I'm sorry. I don't think I feel very much in their business. We have DeWitt going out, first kill for Free Ferrets, trying to start moving back into this game. It is 12 to 14. They are down to talents here. It would be dangerous to keep going, especially without the garage. And yeah, they have their back to the wall right now, and it is not a comfy wall. That's the problem. When I saw them go for Gazebo on this map, I'm like, this is not a map that you can count on getting to 20 on. I was a little concerned. Here's the thing, I just gotta tell you, I don't respect Rag. I just don't respect Rag at all. Not saying he can't be good, I'm just not ever afraid of him. Bunch of damage coming on to 8-bit. Nice move by Special Chai, and there's a kill. That is one of... Oh, Varian has one of his quests done. I wonder which one it is. It's definitely not participating in 5 hero takedowns. There's only been 2 so far.
Grows by your beauty's hand.
So we have the blue web heroes coming out. Here's the thing, they do lose health as time goes by, so they're not going to get a lot done. The bottom one probably won't even make it to the wall, unless they go down there and clear for it. Joe is moving back to try and help the web weaver actually get something done. But yeah, they've got... Man, this is going to be dead before you even get here. You know, the real action is here in the middle. Vince Noir goes in, does a bunch of damage. Is trying to get out of there. There is DeWitt going in. Big old storm hammer. But there's the run. Muffin goes ahead and great. That was dirty. We just going out the entomb next to the Ragnaros heroic sweep. Boom. That should actually be the end of the game. Unfortunately, I hate to say it. It does not bring me any pleasure to say it. I want more games. I want big series. I want to keep talking to you guys forever. But things are where things are. GG, well played, called by Geo. And we do go to Necro ProbUs, going to move forward. Let me go ahead and see where I can... They are going to move forward and fight the winner between performance-enhancing Zugs and top 5 tank mains. That will actually be over on Bahamut's channel whenever it happens. I am actually going to be going and covering Anti-Clown Association against the winner of 100 Point Grand Masters and under new management. But before we get there, let's go ahead and talk about some of these stats. So, looking at our damage, we have Tone of Breath leading the way doing 24,000 along with Varian. So, damage definitely coming in on the side of Free Ferrets. Ragnaros does get 21,000. The healing, though, Brightwing just putting on a clinic, 36,000 coming out of LED. Fantastic numbers. Great play. Hats off, my friend. And then we do have, in terms of experience, 14,000 coming out of the Muffin. 8-bit does 7,000. So, I mean, that's Lava Wave kind of lets you cheat that number, to be fair. Looking at talents, we do go ahead and have, obviously not the full talent run like we did last time. See, Engulfing Flame, and then Slow Burn. Blistering Attacks. That is probably what helped him get so many kills on Varian. Although granted, he also had help for them. There's, of course, the Lava Wave, Tempered Flame, and then Blast Echo. Second Wind, interesting. Not one I usually see with Colossus Smash. Then we have the Warbringer and the Juggernaut. Alright, with that being said, I'll go ahead and pay out the bet and get ready. I don't know how long of a wait it will be until the next game. Let's go out and try and catch that as I get things set up. One moment, Cat, please. Let's see, do I have... So if I remember correctly, Eric is casting that. Sorry, one second. I'm trying to... Eric has like one of the weirdest ones. looks like they're in game 2 currently. I will go ahead and like sneakily watch this. That way you can stay here if you want to, because we will be coming right back here. Normally I would just raid over there, but it seems a little silly whenever you're just coming right back if you want to follow that up. So let's go ahead and go take a look at it. Ah! Huh, Eric is not online. So I guess I can't actually watch that, so I guess I'll just be back whenever the next one comes online. Whoopsie. Okay. It does look like Eric was not casting it. It's Arrow. So yes, it is ACA. Let me answer that real quick. Let me go find Arrow right quick. And then real quick, let me go ahead and wait, I'm dumb. Why am I doing this the dumb way? When instead I can do, actually no, there is a better, I'm doing this the right way. I'm a mess.
Shutting down towers. shutting down the fort, and there that goes in a moment. But the siege potential from under new management is not amazing. So they're doing what they can, but they're really only able to get the towers down, the front line defenses. As really, with the comp that they've got, they almost need the siege from even like just the minion waves, right? Leoric being able to clear them quickly. The value for under new management is that they want to be able to get kills so that they can make use of the other resources on the map to help them push. New rack, obviously, beetles can help them to push as well. Really, neither team has great siege, so they're just looking for the opportunities that they can get from securing kills, and that means that an early game fort down to about 60% of its health is pretty helpful. The next time a Punisher comes in that lane, if under new management is able to pick that up, it's certainly going to be a fort, and it's just a question of how far that goes. Diablo looking out for the team, making sure that they're providing vision, but also defensive utility, depending on where the red team spawns in their vision. Speaking of their vision, let's kind of take a look and see what is it our blue team sees. So they see the middle, Hogger up top now. Let's check in on a Hogger. Hogger on top, waiting to see where people show up. Surely somebody's coming up, they're saying. And there's the Anubrak and the Deathwing. Danger ping called even. But they are coming. Leoric down on the bottom lane has a full wave of pressure, but they don't know exactly where all the blue team is. So they're going to be a little bit defensive. Right now, they see the Falstead, so they know somebody's down here. And level 10s coming down, giving them that drill. And that's a great siege tool. Soaks up some of the damage from the fort and ultimately gives them their first fort of the game. Shaman Camp going to be coming out here shortly for 100-point Grandmasters, and with the Punisher coming in the top lane next. This is the Mortar Punisher. Basically sending that out to try to get whatever value they can at this stage, right? They don't want to wait too long on that. Same thing on our red team. And where do we go from here? Crafty Devil says, let's go UNM. Looking for that reverse sweep. Well, Leoric's going to get the life drain out onto Diablo, so not enough damage to be able to do anything of significance. And here comes the next shrine. It's going to be a mortar shrine. So the Mortar Punisher coming up next. That's a little bit more damage potential if you are not able to move out of the danger zones. Deathwing with his potential global will join us soon enough. And with that level 7 talent here, let's check this out. Death Drop reduces spell armor when he lands on heroes, but also allows him to use his abilities right away. So that means he can throw out that stun if he lands in the ranged form, or he can maybe jump in with that heavy slow bite. Nubrak missing the stun out on the Hogger, so just pulling back. Falstad diving in, gets polymorphed. Super Ty was looking for that mighty gust, but couldn't quite find the angle, and Nubrak's gonna get flipped. There's that silence, and a Nubrak absolutely just gone. Deathwing's coming in, has the fear. Looks like it's gonna be the counter kill out onto Hanzo, and that's a big win for them. Being able to secure the damage dealer on the side of 100-point Grandmasters is a huge, huge win. Still even on the total here, 4-4, as Silver on the Tychus getting flipped as the phase shift coming in, though. Level 13's now here for the red team. It's still a ways away for the blue team, about a half a level. Duck coming through, basically like, I don't care about you, Hogger. There's the Molten Breath into the back here, making sure that nobody can join and help the Diablo, and that's going to melt Diablo, and then stun coming in from a Nuburak is going to get them the second kill, the double kill out onto Stukov. And they're not done. Hanzo's back, but he's in a cocoon looking for the stun here. There's the Leoric Entomb that I mentioned earlier, and with that polymorph, just a quick deletion of Hanzo. Under new management, hearing the rallying cry of Crafty Devil from chat and saying, all right, let's make this happen. Gets 3-4 really, if you count Hanzo twice, kills on this shrine, and that gives them 29 points on the lead here. And ultimately, that will give them another Punisher. Soon. TM. Hogger, though, says, you know what? We're not going to get the Punisher, so I will get whatever else I can. Falstad doing the same. Working on siege camps in the mid lane now. Leoric is coming by. He's not going to be able to make it there in time, though. That'll be 3 siege camps over in favor of under new management. I said that backwards. In favor of 100-point game grandmasters, not game masters. That's a different game entirely. 2 forts now down. Under new management, starting to work on the keep in the top lane as well. And that brings everybody back. Falstad here to help with the damage. Again, using that laser drill as a siege tactic to get damage, but also to soak up the damage, make sure that it doesn't come into the team. And top keep has no wall. Fences are brought down quite significantly. Next Punisher either comes in the mid lane or the bottom lane. And right now, really both teams kind of thinking the bottom lane would be the preference, I think, because both have their walls still up in the middle. So even if this goes to 100-point Grandmasters, it still makes it to the keep. The bottom wall is down, so that fort is very largely going to be a difficult defense for under new management if 100-point Grandmaster is able to get the Arcane Punisher there. Although this works out pretty well, recognizing the split nature of the team as they were heading off to get the siege camp. Under new management is going to be able to pick up that whole wall in mid lane as well. And with that, level 16. So far, the quick flip burn kill has not worked out for 100-point Grandmasters. It's been kind of similar in the other direction, though, with all of the shredding power of Tychus and Leoric there onto anybody, really. They've been able to get kills pretty easily. Polymorph's going to come out, and Jago Shlu with 9 health makes it away. Holy smokes, that level just a moment ago, just enough to allow Hogger to get out of danger there. Holy smokes. Yeah, you've got talents up by now. $16's here for both teams. Next Punisher mid lane, it's going to be an Arcane Punisher. Both teams now with most of the defenses down at the beginning, at the front line. So fairly even depending on who gets it in the mid lane. But that's not stopping under new management from just pushing in here. They see the Hogger up in the top lane, and they want to try to get the next round here. Oh, the Shockwave got interrupted. Jago Shlu not going to be able to make it out this time, I don't think. Nice try. But the grenade, the polymorph, like everybody there, they said, you know what? You don't get 9 lives. You're not a cat. You're just a knoll. So there you go. Back onto the shrine once again, and so far under new management has been in control of the Punishers all game. This will be the 3rd one, and they've got another 15 seconds of advantage. And Nebrak's going to dive in, but Diablo's going to get the flip knockback there from Stukov. But Raver there having to pull back now as Conflag, forcing Hanzo down to all of 200 health. And 100-point Grandmasters wisely recognizing that this is not a fight that they win. They don't have their Hogger, so they're missing that Shockwave value as well as the Unstoppable, that Hog Wild. And they're having difficulties right now. They haven't been able to find the key to really put pressure into under new management. The Diablo flip that I mentioned earlier, that quick burn kill is not panned out for them, and that's a little hard to do when you've got the polymorph and the Deathwing on the other side there. We're gonna get Dragon Strike to zone out the team, and looks like this Punisher going to get a little bit of value on the wall, but not very much. Ultimately, that nets a fort. But more importantly, perhaps, is that under new management now just a half a level away from level 20. And this might be the time where 100 Point Grandmasters looks for an engagement. They know that the team is split at this point, although they are themselves getting split. So not the fight that they were maybe looking for or hoping for. A little bit of a perhaps miscommunication there between teammates. Yeah, scatter alone again, like this is with the piercing, right? Okay. So they don't have the percent damage. If they had percent damage, I don't know, maybe that works better, but these fights over the shrines, you know, that goes into the minions too. So it's much harder for them to land those onto those high health targets, because those high health targets are either maneuverable or unstoppable or both. With level 20s under new management looking to take the top keep here, and this is in the lane where the Punisher's coming. There's the big bellowing roar, gonna force everybody away from the fort. Augur with the unstoppable, and Dragon Strike used as well. So all of the ultimates used. Falstad was looking to see if they couldn't get an isolating Mighty Gust, but not gonna happen. Ultimately, a whole lot of resources used for 10% or so of the fort's health. 108 stacks on that Gathering Storm. That is going to hit really hard if they can find the right target. And that's where I think that last fight, if they were able to, like, if they had switched directions and gone straight for under new management here on the point, Leoric, Deathwing, neither of them were there. They didn't, I don't think they knew where Deathwing was. Although they did hear that Deathwing had gone up in the air. So they know that they've got a few seconds at least to make that happen. They know that Leoric's not there. I think that they maybe could have gotten themselves a kill. They had the Diablo up there, but they just couldn't, they were too split. So I think that was probably their best shot in this game so far. But both teams now level 20. We've got some pretty big upgrades here. We got that wind tunnel. It's going to be Hellgate for Diablo, so the potential for maneuvering around the battlefield becomes a little bit easier for Diablo. Leoric's not here, and that's information that the blue team knows. Oh, that Tychus was looking like an easy target there for a moment. Now, so far, I don't think we've seen Wind Tunnel used offensively. They've used it for a defense. Well, here's a Dragon Strike going right through the Deathwing. Both Leoric and Deathwing absolutely shredded by Dragon Strike. And, you know, we're talking about Wind Tunnel, but Dragon Strike doing some absolutely hard carrying in that fight. Both of those heroes going to have to go back and tap and rejoin the fight. Deathwing's going to come down soon, and keep in mind he's got that spell armor and the cooldown reduction. Allen by default though on the Brightwing is going to get brought down very low, blinks out before the silence, but Silver going to get taken out. Tychus being removed from the map is huge for 100 Point Grandmasters. That's going to force everybody back from under new management, but they're still, I mean, they're pretty healthy. And things were not super great there for 100 Point Grandmasters. They were all pretty much about half health. So under the right circumstances, that could have been potentially dangerous. But ultimately, under new management, recognizing that they don't have their Tychus, kind of saying, hey, that's our big damage. Speaking of damage, let's take a look at what that looks like. As soon as I remember which stat it is. 2? Sure. We'll go to 2. Top fort will go down, as mentioned. You know, that defensive line taken out. So, and with this being frozen here, this top keep is under threat as well. Tyga's back on the map though, so no Falstad. Falstad is in the bottom lane. Could look to fly in for that wind tunnel, but ultimately just cleaning up the lanes, making sure that the keep is nice and safe. Top lane keep though for under new management going to fall to about half health. And that was, you know, I'm just gonna say it. That was maybe a little bit of hubris on the side of under new management with that Dragon Strike. You had 2 heroes who basically just stood dead center of it, right? And they're both high health heroes, both Deathwing and Leoric. Stood at it for all of eternity, right? Molten Flame was going off, and then of course Leoric had to try to use his Wraithwalk to get out of there. So well placed by the Hanzo here. Here comes Death Drop from the Deathwing, and it's going to be Alan by default falling to the Lightning Breath. Duck in incredible danger here, is going to use Cataclysm, might be able to make it out as the Scatter Arrow. If that was the percent damage Scatter Arrow, that's a dead Duck. And Gathering Storm doing a lot of work there too, able to secure almost the kill onto Deathwing, but certainly bringing him down to about 10% of his health. And now all of a sudden 100 Point Grandmaster says no, we're good. Oh, and Nubrak's gonna get caught by the Hogger, and it's not enough. The burrow just too late, and a staggered kill. Now 2 kills here for 100 Point Grandmasters, and that's gonna set them up to get a keep. Deathwing's gonna come down and put pressure in the bottom lane, trying to just keep this lane moving forward and seeing if they can get any damage onto that bottom keep. But right now it's definitely a keep down on the side of under new management. Mid lane is pretty low. Bottom is the next Punisher though, so potential threat onto the core from under new management if they're able to pick up that Punisher. Long path for that Punisher to go if under new management loses it. If 100 Point Grandmaster is able to get another Punisher, and well, that path may be looking a little bit easier now, as I say it, so they go deal with it. Blue team playing a very patient game, giving up some resources to get to this late game. And we do have Arrival of a God, so getting all of those level 7 talents for Deathwing here. Speaking of those bushes, there's a Nubrak. Here's the silence. It's out onto the Diablo, but there's the wind tunnel to keep Diablo safe. Just not enough damage from the rest of the team. And it looked like maybe, again, a little bit of miscommunication. As we get the Bellowing Roar is going to miss. Let's zoom out so we can catch all of this here. Dragon Strike's going to come in. Diablo no Hogger is actually the one that's going to be polymorphed, and that's going to give Tychus another kill here. Dragon Strike's going to come right into the middle of the team as the objective a quarter of the way done in favor of under new management. Securing that kill might be enough to get them the Punisher, but Falstad is going to keep that lane pressured up top. So 3 catapults heading to the core. If under new management doesn't go deal with that, that ends the game. Diablo's heading up there slowly, and we get the Silence and Tomb out onto the Diablo, going to be able to take that kill as well. But the pressure on the core, Falstad's trying to do whatever they can. The 3 catapults not going to make it, so the core is going to be safe, and that's now Stukov as well. They're throwing everything that they can into this to try to keep the Punisher from being taken by under new management, but they're throwing too much. especially if they end up losing the Falstad here too. If Lyric's able to find that Entomb, he doesn't have it. It's got 10 seconds on the cooldown now. But right now, it's looking very favorable here for Under New Management. 30 seconds yet on Stukov. Falstad up in the top, has the wind tunnel. So could be looking for a good push into a wall here. A wind tunnel dragon strike with the scatter arrow could be enough to really turn this around, but that's going to be bottom keep down. And red team gonna get a Punisher double stun. Hanzo absolutely just deleted. And that is a big problem now. Super Tide, the only real damage, does not have the wind tunnel anymore. Double stun again from the Punisher, and check it out. Duck was like, all right, let's go. Throws down with the Molten Flame and a double kill onto Stukov and Hogger. Cocoon going out onto Falstad. This core is falling rapidly, and that's going to be game number 2 going over to Under New Management. And this was a game that Under New Management really had in control for about 80% of the game or so, roughly. There was a short blip there with that Hanzo Dragon Strike, with the Punisher up in the top lane that gave them some flexibility, but ultimately before that moment and largely after that moment, very much Under New Management's game. Looked a little scary there when they had that bush kill out onto the Anub'arak, though. Why won't it let me? I don't know why it won't. Oh. Go figure. Trying to add somebody as a friend, and it won't let me do it. And then I went to send them a message to let them know. And they don't accept invites from people who aren't their friends. So I can't add them, and I can't talk to them. Let's see if I can do it this way. All right, so game number 3. Let's take a quick look at the map, see what we have left. We have Garden of Terror, we have Dragonshire, and we have Battlefield of Eternity. So we played two out of the maps have been the kind of larger macro maps. So in some fashion, I kind of expect that maybe Garden of Terror is going to be the third game. But we'll see. I don't run these. I just run the show. But you know what? I'm going to take just a quick moment. So I'm going to give you guys a short Blizzard video. We'll be back as I look to get that last game of the set here. So yeah, BRB, as they say.
I have been abundantly clear, usurper. This realm belongs to me. Behold the power of the Dark Nexus. shall bring order to this realm. And the Nexus itself.
Nexus shall tremble.
Alrighty, we're back, and it looks like for game number 3, under new management, is going to take us to Battlefield of Eternity. So Battlefield of Eternity is quite the opposite of the maps that we've seen. It's a much smaller map and 2-lane map. Gonna be a fair bit of team fighting though. So, you know, this has been a series that has seen a fair bit of team fighting already. And each of those, I mean, they kind of just turn into